Hey, how you guys doing? Stein here. We're back with the Hughes brother rebuild. Sorry, it's been a little bit, but today is going to be an exciting video because today is the day that we're getting Quinn Hughes to pair up with Jack and Luke on the New Jersey Devils. We are in our second off season now, so we just finished our second season in the last video. If you guys haven't seen that yet, make sure you go check it out. Um, but yeah, currently we are heading into the draft is in a few days, or in about a week or so. I have not done the draft lottery yet. I don't believe we have a pick in the lottery because we have our pick, and then I think we have someone else's pick as well, but they made the playoffs. Um, but yeah, I'll show you guys. I made a couple moves. I re-signed Jamie Benn, so he'll be with us going into the off season. Um, Liked him a lot. Did some of the re-signing before like the actual re-sign period comes up. That way it saves time. So I signed him to a 2-year extension for 2.3 million each year. He played solid for us last year, so I wanted to get that one done. I re-signed Vladimir Tarasenko. He also played very well for us this year, so I just signed him to a 1-year, $3 million extension. He had 29 goals, 28 assists for us this year. Played great. 3-year deal's a steal if he can get 2020, and he did over that. Um, Re-signed Nico Heischer. Um, the thing is we are gonna have to trade Nico. Sorry, New Jersey Devils fans, if you're a big fan of him, but we did have to sign him to this big extension. But I did add a no trade clause on it. But I don't know if the current year where he's his tradable list is 22 teams. Unfortunately, the Minnesota Wild aren't on there, so I won't be able to trade him for Quinn Hughes if that doesn't allow me to trade him like during the draft, or maybe even before, maybe after the draft, maybe before um, free agency, because Quinn Hughes is a free agent this year. So we're gonna try to either trade for him or sign him. Um, but we did make sure that there was no clause on him, so we could trade him if needed be. Timo Meyer, I wish there was no clause on him. Just having to wait until 2028, 2029 season trade him. But we did also re-sign, I believe it was the goalie Akira Schmid to a 2-year extension for $0.8 million. Thought it was a steal for an 83 overall goalie who actually played pretty well for us last season. 298 goals against. And then so our plans, obviously, like I mentioned, were to trade Nico Heischer away and trade or sign Quinn Hughes. So that's the plan. We're gonna simulate up to. Oh, by the way, didn't mention here the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup. Congratulations, Toronto Maple Leafs fans. They won a 7-game series against the Chicago Blackhawks. We're gonna simulate up to, I believe, I think it's 3 days ahead of the draft is the lottery. So I think once we advanced today, I also did all the off-season training as well, because I'm sure you guys don't want to sit through that as I do all like 15, 20 players. Like, it's boring for me too. So let's go here. I think we got one more day ahead, and we'll see the draft lottery results. Anaheim stays at number 1. Boston goes from 12 to 2, so they jump up big time, and I don't like that because I'm not a big Boston Bruins fan, and I feel like anyone who, it's either you're a Boston Bruins fan or you hate them. There's no kind of in between. It's either you like them or you hate them. There's no like, they're all right. Um, so that sucks for anyone who's not a Bruins fan. I mean, it is just a game, but Los Angeles goes from 7 to 3, so that's a big jump from them, knocking Buffalo from 2 to 4. Calgary bumps down from 3 to 5. Detroit gets bumped down from 4 to 6. Winnipeg 5-7. Ottawa 6-8. Rangers 8-9. I was just looking to see if we had any of these picks in here, but we do not. can look at our draft board to see where our picks are. We have 18 and 27, so we had the Flames pick. That's who it was, and they made the playoffs. But we should probably be able to move up. I'm going to try to take Landon DuPont. It's going to probably be tough to trade up, but it's easier to trade for the pick than it is to trade for the franchise player. And then we'll probably be able to use that to trade for Quinn Hughes, or maybe after the draft we might be able to trade Nico Hischier for Quinn Hughes, because I don't know if then it'll be the next year. I'm not exactly sure how the contracts work in this game, so we're going to find out. We'll see. Yeah. So we're going to check the, this is just retirement. I don't really think there's really any players that I have interest in. See, to be retired players. Brent Burns retired. Alex Pietrangelo. Torrey Krug. Connor Sheary. And check if any goalies. Carey Price retired. Hall of Famer. Alright. So we're going to go do the draft interviews right now. Let's go via the draft class. Probably trading for that guy, but we got to see if any of these guys maybe have higher potential, maybe, or we haven't fully scouted them yet. So what's your strengths? What's your weaknesses? Alright, topic. Let's talk about your readiness. I always like to ask them their readiness, because then I know how long until, obviously, until I draft them, how long until they get into the NHL. So just interviewing random guys, honestly. These guys were starred, because probably not going to be picking here. Yeah, so I don't know what to do exactly. I don't know whether to just trade for number one and take the franchise player, or kind of gamble on Nico Hischier and then try to trade for Quinn Hughes for Nico Hischier after the draft. That's a tough one. I think we do the trade up and pick the player anyway, because then after the draft we could still trade the player for Quinn Hughes if need be, instead of in the draft. If not, then we have a franchise player, and if we can trade Nico Hischier, then we can trade Nico Hischier for Quinn Hughes, who will be it'll be easier to trade for now, because he's gonna be a free agent, so we could trade for him, sign him, and then we'll have the franchise defenseman that's pick number one and Quinn Hughes. That's dream case scenario. That's dreaming, but we'll see. Maybe it'll happen. We're gonna try doing that. See what this guy's readiness is. Oh, I didn't even mean to ask him his playstyle twice. I was trying to ask him his skills and weaknesses, and I wasn't even really looking at the thing. I was trying to go back, but I pressed. Oh well, we're not drafting these guys anyway. He's a grinder. We're not even going to really use him. So yeah, we're going to try to trade up in the draft here. Trade for Anaheim's pick. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to be aggressive real fast. And we'll try to trade maybe first and 29. Rejected. Of course it is. Our second this year. Also rejected. Maybe we go to our 31st, going like alternate years. Rejected as well. Maybe toss in the third. Now it was accepted. I was a little aggressive on that one, but you kind of have to be, because you don't really have that much time. And we're getting a franchise player here, and realistically, that was a trade to get Quinn Hughes. And if not, then we're getting this guy and Quinn Hughes. So it's a win-win case scenario. taking him here. Let me see if Nico Hischier can be traded to the Minnesota Wild right now, because that is a possibility. No, he cannot. He still has that modified no trade clause on. So hopefully after the draft that'll be taken off. If not, then we're gonna have to try to figure something out. Oh, I almost did auto draft. Don't want to do that. But yeah, we're gonna take Landon DuPont here. Let's actually take a look at our team real quick and see if we'll call a timeout here. In that way, no, we're not. Let's see if there's any guys that we can trade that's costing us a little bit too much money. Luke Hughes is making a decent chunk of change. Timo Meier is the problem. Luke Hughes is fine. Timo Meier, I don't really want to pay him that much. Jesper Bratt's making a lot of money, but he's getting 92 and he's a good player. Nico Hischier's he's gonna get a pay bump. Vander Kane, he's making a good chunk of change, but he did play very well for us last year. 28 goals, 36 assists. I do like to see that. Brett Pesci's making some money, so we'll just have to see. But I don't think I'm gonna trade anyone right now. At least in the draft, we're gonna take the franchise defenseman, who's only a 73 overall. He can't even play in the NHL now. That's actually kind of sucks. Yeah, it does kind of suck. What's his value? Yeah, his value is at least franchise. So we will be able to trade for Quinn Hughes, luckily. What's Quinn Hughes' value? Quinn Hughes, his value is shite right now. What if we trade for Quinn Hughes? Vander Kane, Seamus Casey, Mercer. I wasn't gonna extend Mercer anyway. I can get out of Evander Kane and Seamus Casey. We're doing that. We're doing that. We're totally fucking doing that, boys. We're totally gonna fucking do that. And as a matter of fact, let's take a peek at the draft class right now, because we might be able to go get another like starting caliber player that can play right now. No, that's still showing me Albert. Show me Koltsov. Still 1 year. Jacobson. What about Jackson Jacobson? Still 1 year. Zilkin. Still 1 year. Thing is, I think we could trade Nico Hischier for a starting caliber player. So that's probably what we'll do after the draft, and then we're gonna re-sign Quinn Hughes. But boys, we just fucking landed Quinn Hughes. We have all the fucking Hughes brothers on the team. This is great. We have Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes, Quinn Hughes. Boys, we did it. I mean, we didn't fully accomplish the dream yet. The goal is to win a Stanley Cup with all three of them. But we did it. Finally here in this video, we've got all three I keep saying all three Quinn Hughes brothers. That doesn't make sense. Quinn Hughes has been on my mind this whole time, so we have all three Hughes brothers on the same team currently during the draft. This is great. His value was incredibly cheap, and we were able to get him for an absolute steal because we weren't going to re-sign Dawson Mercer. I didn't really like him anyway. He was giving up too many pucks. He didn't really have the giveaway to takeaway ratio. His giveaways were way more than his takeaways. But yeah, that was an incredible trade for us. That was awesome. I'm just gonna see who Boston picks here because I wanted to see. We have a 73 overall, so I wanted to see what their overall was, and it's an 80 overall. So he's better now, but we have the franchise guy and Quinn fucking Hughes. So let's fucking go, boys. I'm absolutely fucking pumped. We're gonna just sim to our pick. We don't really care. We'll trade. Oh, my bad. We'll trade Nico Heischer after the draft. See if there's any guys. This guy was fully scouted. This is a playmaker. This guy's a grinder. If he loads Bethel, Bethel. I honestly don't know what to do here. These picks never really end up to be anything. Yeah, they never usually end up being anything. These guys are all like 3 years away, 4 years away, which makes sense because second round. It's just not. I don't know. It's just I don't. It's not worth it to me. Like none of these guys can contribute. Can we? Can we find a Evander Kane replacement? Because Evander Kane did have a lot of goals for us. Can we find an Evander Kane replacement with that second? And I don't mean like I understand that Evander Kane is more valuable than that second in the trade value world, but I do want to see if there's like a player that like can play on a cheaper contract that maybe can give us some goals, you know. Kevin Stenlund. I don't think he played last season. That's why it's showing me that. And here, let's call it timeout because we're gonna need I don't know where I'm going. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to find a trade option. And if that's the case, why not throw the fourth in there as well? Stenlund, don't want him. Robinson. I mean, 8 goals, 14. He's more of a fourth line guy. What's his giveaways to takeaways there? He's got a little bit more takeaways than that. Why don't we just go on player search? I'm gonna see you guys in a second. I'm gonna go find a trade, and when we have that trade, then I'm gonna I'll see you guys back here whenever I find that trade. All right, see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so I found the perfect trade for us. It's Jeff Skinner for the second round overall pick. I literally found Jeff Skinner, and then I did find trade, and they said they wanted the number 50th overall pick, and I said, perfect, that's what I'm looking to trade. So I think San Jose wasn't that great this year. That's why his plus minus is down. But he had 26 goals, 20 assists, so a little bit less than Evander Kane on both fronts. But we don't need him to play to replace all of Evander Kane's points. Now we have Quinn Hughes, who is awesome as an offensive defenseman, but he's only making 3.8 as opposed to Evander Kane was making like 6.5, I believe. And if you look at his stats, he shoots above 10%, which is nice, what I like. And he's got 67 takeaways to 48 giveaways last year, so that's perfect. That's what we like to see. Gonna propose this trade. Awesome, boom, accepted. We improve our team tremendously today. I think this was just unbelievable, like case scenario for us. Yeah, I just think it was a great case scenario for us. I'm gonna sim ahead to our next pick, and I'm gonna see if maybe we can just package our fourth, fifth, and sixth, or maybe fourth, fifth, and seventh for a guy. It does not look like we can. I'm gonna go look and find another trade for you guys, and I'll see you guys whenever I find another one. Okay, so I got a trade accepted. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys who exactly it was. I'll pull it up here in a second. It was for a guy named prospect named Riley Height, I believe. I didn't think that the trade was going to go through, but I just packaged our fourth, fifth, and seventh. Probably should have just tested the waters a little bit more on that one, but he's a 77 overall center who's 22 years old, so he'll probably be able to get some minutes for us this year. If not, he'll play on our minor league team, but thought he looked pretty solid. His trade value is decent for 4th, 5th, and 7th. I mean, you're not going to get a 77 overall in any of those picks. I mean, at least I'm not, because I'm not that good at drafting. I'm not good at scouting, and I don't really know too much about that. But he played solid. He had 12 shooting percentage. This is in the minors, but 12 over 12 shooting percentage, and he had 41 takeaways to 31 giveaways. So I think that's a pretty good trade for us right there. What do you know? It was with the Minnesota Wild. I didn't even realize that was who that was for, or two was, or who Riley Height was from was the Minnesota Wild. But we literally only made one pick in this draft, which was Landon. I think Landon, is that his name? I think that's DuPont. But franchise defenseman. But we did get Quinn Hughes out of the deal, and we did get Jeff Skinner, and then we added Riley Height as well. So I think overall we added some really good talent in this year's draft. If you want to just talk about who added the most talent on draft day, it was us by far. I think we won the draft by far. We're gonna try to see. Let's see if we can get. We only have 10 million in cap space. That is the problem. Let's see if we can try to get Quinn. Oh, perfect. We have enough to extend him. Definitely want to give him a no movement clause. Whatever he wants. Probably lower the money a tiny bit because he's interested in our organization, interested in the contract. I'll be honest, I didn't even check to see. Let's check to see if he wants to resign. He doesn't want an extension. Fuck. Alright. Well, we'll try 17. And we'll see. 17 with a no movement clause. Maybe a little less? Should we try? Let's try 16. I hope 16 gets it done. We're gonna see. I hope so. He says he's gonna consider it. Get back to us shortly. We're gonna see. I mean, I hope so. If this was real life, I'm sure he would say yes because, you know, he's with his brothers. I'm sure he'd take a couple million less a year to be with his brothers. That's what they want to do. Supposedly, that's Ryan Strome. I don't think we're keeping Strome. I think he played like shit for us, if I'm correctly. No, he actually played pretty well. Do I keep one? The problem was I think he was on like the only line that had a negative plus minus. We'll see how much he's asking for. If he's asking for a lot of money, nah. Doesn't. He wants 3 years. I don't want to give him 3 years. He's 33. That's the problem. 3 years for like 4.5 million at 33. It's not worth it to me. Let's go position by position. Gotta go for this centers. Look at like everyone. Jack Hughes is here. Nico Heischer. Probably trade Nico now. Unless we can keep Nico. Problem was, I think Nico was giving up a lot of giveaways. No, he had a lot of takeaways. That's the thing. And I think in his first season for me, yeah, look at that. 137 takeaways in his first season for me. In the second season for me, the takeaways dropped off, but he's still. I think if we can keep Nico and like Quinn Hughes and everything, I think that's what we do. Probably don't sign Ryan Strome. And we probably try to just go get some young guys that can produce and trade maybe like some first round picks or something. Maybe even shit. We could even trade that. The DuPont franchise defenseman we got for like a franchise for an absolute fucking haul. Actually, we could trade him for like 2-star wingers. Could trade him for a franchise winger. Could do a lot of stuff with that actually. We're in win now mode now that we got Quinn Hughes. So that's what we're looking to do. The main goal right now is to extend him because he has not even played a single game for the New Jersey Devils, and even though he's on our roster, he might not play a single game for us if he doesn't sign this extension. So we need him to do that. We have Quinn Hughes, Luke Hughes, Simon Nemec, Brett Pesce, Kovacic, Dylan Fortuzo is a. So I think we do bring back Dylan. That way we can have a really good just starting defense overall. We'll offer him like, well, I'll give you 4 flat. You want an extension, so shouldn't take you that long, as you said. Gritsiuk, I think, yeah, we brought Gritsiuk up, or did we trade for him? I think we brought him up, and I think I don't know if he played in. I don't think he played on our team in the NHL, but he does look like he plays pretty well with giveaways, takeaways, so he's gonna get a shot for us. We'll look at obviously Jeff Skinner, Matt Nido will be. I don't think Matt Nido's gonna be here. I don't think he played for us this year, and I think he wanted too much money for not even playing for us. Like, couldn't really afford it. But yeah, see the guys that are in the system. Actually, all expiring. We'll go to the young guys. See them. Just bring these guys in. Guys that we drafted. Oh, are they expiring this year? Or? Yeah, they are expiring this year. Oh, he says that there's. Oh, well, we'll release some of the guys that we don't want to re-sign. Like Matt Nido. I don't think we're re-signing Nelson. Are we re-signing Nelson? Let's take a look. I don't think we are. His shooting percentage is like awful. Giveaways, takeaways, yeah, not good. Yeah, we'll do that in the re-signing period. Gotta advance day. Hopefully, we also need to re-sign our head coaches. Yes, let's fucking go, boy. Let's fucking go. We've just re-signed Quinn Hughes. I accept your offer enthusiastically. Offering this type of cash makes it easier to resign. Thank you for recognizing my hard work. Of course, buddy. We still took a couple million off, but you get to play with your brothers. So it's a win-win for for all parties involved. For you, for Luke, for Jack, and for us, because we're gonna win a shitload of fucking cups. Brennan Dillon rejects it. That's fine, because now we at least have Quinn Hughes, so we know how much cap space we have to play with and what we can do, and it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun off season, boys. Oh man, I'm fucking getting jacked up thinking about it. This is look, I'm shaking my my damn desk. But if we take a look at our I think we can look at our lines. Oh, we can't look at our lines right now. Well, we'll take a look at the re-signing the players. So Quinn Hughes is gonna be here for 16 million for the next like 8 years. That's great. Jack's gonna be here for a while, or for a couple more years. Gonna need to get an extension done on him in a couple years. Luke's gonna be here for a little while. This is great. This is absolutely great. We still have about 12 million in cap space. Probably go with the defense. Sign Brennan Dillon, because then we'll have Quinn Hughes, Luke Hughes starting together, and then Simon Nemec, Brett Pesce on the second line, Kovacevic, and Dillon on the third, and we will probably have the best defense probably in the league. Hopefully, I hope so, because he wants what? Oh no. This is why you try to extend them beforehand, because look at how, like, his offer price has gone way fucking up. This is not good. Hmm. It's not good. Alright. Well, maybe we try to sign another defenseman in free agency. That's probably what we're gonna have to do. If not, Bertuzzo's gonna have to step up. I don't want that. We'll have to throw DuPont in. Yeah, Landon DuPont in 73 overall, which honestly might not be that bad. Let him progress, you know. But I feel like we should probably wait another year on him. Probably when, um, probably when Kovacevic is up, or yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. This is a nightmare, boys. Absolute nightmare. Gotta extend Grziak, qualifying him. He's 26, but this is actually like perfect contract for him. We can get him on a 3-year deal for 9. No, I want a one-way contract. 4-year deal, 5.95. Can we do 1 million for? See, this is where it might be tricky. I think 1 million for 5, and hopefully he produces. That's a little bit of a gamble, but it's not that an expensive gamble. 5 years, like 1 million apiece, be 31 by the end of that, and that'd probably be good for us. And he's probably gonna play like third line, fourth line, but hopefully he can, hopefully he can produce for us, because we need some of these lower end guys to produce for us if we're gonna be paying, premium prices for Quinn Hughes or all 3 Hughes brothers. Gonna need to be paying, or gonna need these guys to be cheaper deals. I'm confused if this is like their next year, or if this is we just go to expiring. That's not the next year. Okay, good to know. Centers, we got a lot of centers expiring. Beecher, I think we're getting rid of Beecher. I think Beecher was. I don't think he did anything for us. No, didn't even play for us. Ryan Strome, I think I said I wanted to get him extended, except he costs way too much. And yeah, now he's asking for way too much fucking money. Height was cheap because it looks like he needed an extension. That's good to know. Probably should have checked on that. Paul Cotter, how did he play last year? Pretty even. How much does he want? Too much for, like, just putting him on 4th line or something. Qualify him. I think we put Riley Height in this year. Problem is he knows his asking price, so that's the problem. Oh, that's way. Alright. He accepted the offer for that. That's perfect. He'll play for us. I think that's honestly all we do, and we have 12.19 million, so 12.2 million in cap space to go into free agency. We're letting go of Ryan Strome, Brennan Dillon, John Beecher, Paul Cotter, Matt Nito. Grziak's coming, hopefully trying to get him back. Hillstrom, fine. These guys are like, bottom 6. Check out the goalies, see if there's anyone expiring. French, but how did he do? He did solid. Guess he could be like he would have to be a backup goalie. like he would have to be like a minor league goalie actually. What are our other like? Oh, we've got too many goalies. Yeah, we don't need him. We've got 4 goalies already with this guy in the system. So yeah, we'll check that out. Yeah, so basically we're just waiting to see if Gritsuk signs, and he does. That's awesome for us. Yeah, so now, yep, we got 11.99 million left in cap space, and I think we're gonna go after some right wingers, some left wingers. Do I trade? Do I trade that guy? That's the question. That is the question. Probably don't. That would probably be the smart idea, right? Not to trade him. The franchise guy, like if you get your hands on a franchise guy, you don't trade him, right? Like unless it's for another franchise guy. I'm assuming. We'll have to see. I'm gonna go extend our coaching staff and figure that out, and our scouts, and I'll see you guys in free agency. Okay, so real quick here, we are in free agency, and I'm trying to find some cheap guys. I'm looking at the RFA offer sheets, and I found a 23-year-old who's an 83-year-old or 83 overall sniper. 83-year-old, that would be horrible. He's 23 years old, 83 overall sniper. Jonathan Lekermaki. I believe, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. Sorry, hockey fans. Um, from the Vancouver Canucks. I don't have that much like draft compensation, as you guys saw. I traded a lot of it for that #1 overall pick, um, so I only really can offer like compensation for a third round pick. But I think that it's only like $2.4 million. I think this is like the kind of offers we need to go with, like cheap guys for like $83 million. Fill out like those bottom lines that could have high potential and could exceed their draft value, or not their draft value, but their um, trade value for us, and we could possibly trade them when their offers come up, or extend them if they produce, or we just take risks on them and trade them away if they don't produce. But he says he's going to get back to a few days. We're going to see. We're also going to try Kemmel because he's elite. And if we can get him for cheap, that would be perfect. We can get him for 2 years, $9 million. Because if we can do that, that would be no picks required. That would be incredible. Getting an elite guy just for signing off of that. That would be great. He'd be able to produce for us right away, or at least play right away. It'd be very cheap, and if not, his trade value would be, we could add him with a pick, go get a better guy for on a cheaper contract as well, like a young guy as well. So that's a great value add right there. If we can get him, that is it. Also looking at maybe a guy like Shabanov. Kind of look at his takeaways. He's a small guy, so I don't know. That one's a risky one. But like I said, these guys aren't. They might play. This guy's 6'2", 198. He might just not get enough. Was drafted by us. He just might not get enough playing time because he's in Colorado. So I think that might be a guy to go after as well. We can get him for maybe 2 years. I'd like that. Should we try to go after Shibano? I say, why not? Why not? If worst case scenario, he goes down to our minor league team. So, but I say let's take a look at now, like some UFAs. I like to sort by overall because normally I think it sorts by like interests, or it sorts by like how much they want like per year. But if you sort by overall, you can find guys that higher overall that want less, like Mark Stone. That's because he's older. I was thinking about going after Pavel Zacha. Maybe I go after him. Why not? Why not go after him? Problem is, we should have enough money, right? Probably bump this down to like 7-2 if we had like a modified no clause. 16 teams, no trade. I would bump that down a little bit more. I like that offer. Pavel Zacha, I think he's gonna produce for us on this team. Then we took like a couple risks with some other young guys as well. Let's see if there's any other low guys. We'll take a look at the low guys. We do need a defenseman. Shit. We need a defenseman. Let me move this mic closer. By the way, I don't know if that's better or not. We need a defenseman, a cheap defenseman. Is there maybe restricted free agent defenseman that maybe we can not really want? Maybe buy him. Because we're looking at forwards. I forgot. Maybe buy him. Maybe Bolduc. Let's check. Shea Byam, plus minus 1. 42 assists last year. Is that in minor leagues? Yeah, it was in the minors. So that might be an option. Samuel Bolduc. Let's see what his awesome amount. This is like the problem is. He didn't really play though. Like, so it's kind of it's a tough one. He's 2 years younger. He's 22, but he's 7th, so he's 23 right here. 5'11". I like guys who are like bigger. Byam's 6'3", 211. This guy's 6'4", 220. I think we go after, look at Byam. And if we can get him for that much, we don't have to give up anything. I think that's what we're doing. Alright. Now, we're going to advance a couple days, and we're going to see, hopefully we get these guys. I don't know what Philly's offering me. It's probably just because the CPU updated my block for something I didn't really want it to. Fuck. Pavel Zacha rejects the offer, went with another team that better meets his needs. Damn it. Zakar Bardakov, another RFA that I offered, rejects the offer. Maxim Shabanov, RFA. Jonathan Likermaki. God dang it. Oh, he accepts the offer, but it's not a done deal yet. I didn't even read the other guys to see if they accepted. I just was looking, and I just was looking at the top left corner and just looking at the team. That's honestly all I was looking at, was just their name and the team logo, and just it wasn't my team logo, so I was like, ah, damn. But he says he accepts the offer. He's got to see if his team matches. He also accepts it. Joachim Kemmel rejects it. That sucks. We're gonna have to see. Hopefully, hopefully these guys, reject the offer or like matching it. We'll see though. I doubt it, but one can dream. Yeah, I don't know where to go from there because I don't know who we got. So, who we got and who we didn't get. So let me just let me look at some forwards and see if there's maybe a forward we can sign. Mark Stone's honestly like one of the guys I'm looking at right now because he's so cheap. But we can afford one of these guys. Burakovsky, Conan. He doesn't shoot that much, or at least he dropped his shooting percentage. At least in this game, like in the simulation, he does not shoot that much, it looks like. Takeaways, he kind of gets a lot. Burakovsky, how much does he shoot in this? He shoots a decent, at least a decent amount last year. He shot. Huh. I want a guy that can go on both wings, not usually center. Hal Palmieri. His shooting percentage was down, but he scored a lot off that like low shooting percentage. He might be a guy that we look at because he's also cheap, so we might be able to sign like him and another guy for like the same price that he's asking for. And he accepts it. Kyle Palmieri, welcome to the team. And we probably, I was looking at like this guy underneath it, maybe Kraus. What do we go with? Like a guy who plays center as well. Ryan Hartman. He has a little bit more takeaways and giveaways. He shoots a decent amount. That's not bad. Not bad. Do we look at not Cryer, maybe Kopp? Do we look at Andrew Kopp? Former Red Wing. His shooting percentage is pretty solid. See, it's tough. It's tough. Like looking at these guys and trying to figure it out. Ross Colton, he does not look like he scores a lot of goals. What was his time on ice? Not that much. Gives it away more than he takes it away. We don't like that. I think Harmon's honestly beaten the bunch out. We'll take a look at Noah Cates. He was even on giveaways and takeaways. Coyle, how is Coyle? Charlie Coyle. Not that great in that regard. Lawson Krause. Also not the best in that regard. Mason Appleton, nope. Nemesnikov, he had a lot of takeaways. He might be a guy that we look at, but the problem is he does not shoot that much. But we've got other guys that can shoot. And he did shoot a lot the previous year. So maybe we just tell him to shoot more. I like that one because he's cheap. Alright. We are also gonna, should we look at maybe one of these guys for $3 million? Like a Kopp or a Hartman? I think Hartman might be our best bet. Because he shoots a decent percentage and he gets a decent amount of takeaway, or at least like decent in this game. What was Kopp's takeaways again? Giveaways to takeaway, it wasn't that great. I think we go Hartman. Colton wasn't that good, right? No, it wasn't. Colton was not good. Alright, we're gonna go Hartman for 1 year. He does not want 1 year. I don't want him more than 1 year. I don't know. I can't do that. What was Coyle? Charlie Coyle? Nope. Sorry, I'm looking back over all these guys again. I just don't remember what they were. Yogston. No. He might be. Brazeau might be the guy. He could play on like the third line or something. And he'll be cheap. I guess we gotta give him 2 years just to save like fucking $500,000 pretty much. Alright, so we're gonna see how that works out. Did we get the defenseman? I don't think we got the defenseman. Oh no, Shea Bynum said yes, but he has to wait and see. Wait and see. So maybe we should pick up a younger guy or another guy that we can slot in there in case. We'll just wait. We'll advance the days. We'll see. Vladislav and Mesnikov. That's great. This is gonna be tough. And the Canucks decided to match it. Okay, well, at least we got Brazeau. And the Red Wings match Shea Bynum. Or Byam. There's no N in there. I don't know where I'm getting the N. Byam. And Islanders matched Maxim Shabana. Yeah, that's great. There's one more contract we offered, right? At least that's what it says in the corner. Don't know exactly who that would be. If I'm losing on a bunch of players, then great. Need a defenseman. Need a guy that can get in there and play probably both. Is he your RFA? No, he's not. See how he does. It's like kind of taking a shot on him. I got 8 million. Maybe we can go. Maybe we just go trade for someone. Let's go check. Go 7 million on their max. Their overall, Morrissey, Brennan Hagel, Quinn Byfield. That might be not too bad because look at his trade value is kind of low. He's a big dude. Doesn't shoot that much, but we can try to get him to shoot more. Takes away the puck off fuckload. Holy shit. That might be the target right there, Quinn Byfield. Because everyone else, like, their trade value is actually way higher than him, and he's super young, so I think that may be. The problem is he's got 2 years left, so that's the issue. But we can extend him. We'll trade Nico Hischier by then. I think we're trading 1, 2, and maybe, do we throw in that second? And probably, let's just see where we're at from here. We'll just see. Yeah, I didn't think so. 2 1s and a 2. Throw in a 3. I don't think this is gonna work right now, but we're just checking. Just checking. Take that and change it to a 1. Check it again. Keep in mind, we're probably also going to need to trade for a goalie, too. That'll probably be included with the Nico Heischer trade. And then we'll include second. I don't think they're interested in this. Let's go with another first, maybe. This is probably way overpaying, but it's probably not, honestly, because if we're looking to win and we keep him on the team, these firsts are not going to be that valuable. Is there a guy maybe we can move? Maybe we can move a guy. We're looking at Belchet's. Ethan Belchet's. That was our first round pick last year. Ooh, that's tough because he played pretty well this year. That's a tough one. I don't know. I think we could probably move someone else as opposed to that. Like, I think we're honestly like looking good. Like centers. These are our center. Probably might need one more, but that's like Quinn Byfield. Yeah, I think Quinn Byfield will finish it up. The problem is there's someone we gotta include, but I don't know who. Is it gonna have to be height? Even though I just traded for him. Braintree. I don't know. This one's tough. This one's tough, guys. Very tough. We'll try Braintree. No. I guess we might have to trade Belchits. We're adding Quinn Byfield. Toss me these. If that's the case. Well, I think we probably overpaid, but honestly, we're going to win the fucking cup, and I think that this, if we, as long as we keep him on the team, I think we're set up for a long time, because now we have Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, Quinn Byfield, Luke Hughes, Simon Nemec, Nico Heischer, Brett Pesce, Timo Meier, Kovacevic, Tarasenko, Ben, Palmieri, Skinner, Brezzo, Bordaloo, Bertuzzo, Gritziak, Connor Brown, Height. Yeah, I think this is a solid team, and even Riley Height is in the minors. So I think this is a good team. I think we're set up pretty good. I think our only weakness is probably goalie. Markstrom did play solid last year. We do have a great defense. Maybe we just go look for goalies. Let's take a look. See what the goalies' trade values are looking like currently. Certified World. Askarov might be like he's 25. Holy shit! That's why. That's why his value is so like pretty low. 16.4 4 million. That is insane. Yeah, no, we can't afford him. Yeah, that is absolutely fucking crazy. I don't know, like maybe Wallstedt then. After we just took, you know, Quinn Hughes, we could take Jesper Wallstedt from him. He's only got 1 year left though, so we have to extend him next year. Askarov would have been great if he didn't, but that's why his value is pretty low. I don't know. This is where it's tough, because now it's kind of like picking hairs with my goalie and this goalie. Like, do you go after Spencer Knight, or do you just stick with Markstrom? At that point, he's only got 1 year left. Go after like a Knight who's got 2 years left. A little cheaper. He played pretty solid last year. I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, it's a tough one. Do I go after like an older goalie? But the older goalies usually are getting paid a lot more. Or do I go after like a young guy who maybe I can turn into like a star goalie? But we have Akira Schmidt. Akira Schmidt played solid too. It's a tough one. It's a tough situation. Like this guy, Ravensbergen. Do we just try to trade for him? Because he's honestly not that expensive to go after him. And it might be worth it in a long run to get a goalie like that in here. That way we don't have to try to find one. Yeah, that was easy. I may have also overpaid for that, but we're not gonna find an elite goalie like that in those rounds. At least, again, I'm not going to. So, I think that's great, Ravensburgen. We're taking the Los Angeles Rams mentality and saying fuck them picks. I think that's a great get there. He'll play in the minors for us. Hopefully he'll play maybe next year or the year following. But yeah, I think we've done pretty good, and I think, oh shit, I didn't sign any scouts or anything. We have the coaches re-signed. Just need to sign a couple scouts. I re-signed a couple, but there's just a couple I need to sign. I'll end up doing that, but I believe that's everything in the off-season calendar, and we got the massive Quinn Hughes trade done. That was absolutely incredible. I mean, what a move by us! Like that was just perfect. We could not have asked for a better situation. Kept Nico Heischer. We're still able to draft the #1 overall pick, who was a franchise defenseman, and signed Quinn Hughes and extended him. So yeah, we are looking at a pretty good team going into next year. I'll pull up our team real quick. I keep bouncing around. Sorry, guys. I don't even know where. Here we go. Just go to post trade or whatever. But we're gonna be rocking with at centers. We're gonna have Jack Hughes, Quinn Byfield, who probably will play left wing. Probably have Quinn Byfield on left wing, Nico Hischier as the second line center. Bordelot will probably be the fourth line center if I had to guess. Riley Height, probably he might get some playing time. We'll have Jesper Bratt as the right winger, so it'll be Jack Hughes, Quinn Byfield, and Jesper Bratt on the first line. Jamie Benn, Skinner, they'll probably be on the second line. So our second line's not going to be the strongest. Nico Hischier is going to kind of have to pull the weight there. Yeah, Nico Hischier is probably going to have to pull the weight there. Or actually, I'm sorry. Timo Meier is going to be on there. Timo Meier will be on there probably with Jamie Benn or Tarasenko. Tarasenko tore it up last year on the second line, so we'll put Tarasenko up there with Timo Meier and Nico Hischier. Third line will be Jamie Benn and Skinner. Fourth line will be Bordelot, Palomari, and Brazo with Gritsia, Connor Brown, like as depth on the fourth line. This is actually way better than I thought. I thought the lower end guys were actually going to be a lot, or the lower line guys are going to be a lot lower overall. But I think we're stacked, and I think we're set up for a great run. We got at defense, obviously 96 overall. Quinn Hughes going to pair up with his brother 89, Luke Hughes. I swear to God, NHL, if their chemistry isn't +5, what are we doing? If it's negative, what are we fucking doing? They're brothers. I don't understand how much better chemistry you could get regardless of what the situation is. Brett Pesce and Simon Nemec, both 88 overalls on the second line defense. Kovacevic and probably Bortuzzo. We'll probably have to sign another defender. We have $3.4 million. Let's go look for one real quick. Go look for defense. See if we can find one for see if we could find like an 84, 85 overall. Not too much. Probably should have adjusted here we'll adjust the salary. Need at most like 4 mil. So I'm looking here, like Nikishin wouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna have to extend these guys. The older guys might be just cheaper to get. Jensen might be good. He fits on our line. His plus minus is great, especially for a low time on ice. I think we go after Jensen. To see if there's anyone else. Walker, not gonna cut it. Myers, I don't think he's gonna cut it. Yeah, I think Chatfield's not gonna cut it. No, not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it. I'm just looking at these guys as like plus minuses, and if they even really played at all. I think Jensen is the way to go. I think that's going to be the best asset to trade for, the cheapest asset to trade for. We're just taking all of Minnesota's good players. Well, they got a lot of good players, but you know what I mean. We just probably do it for cheaper than that. I don't know these values, so we're just going to add some 6, 5th. And that gets it done. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't send the 3rd over there. So, was that 2, 6, and a 5th? I think. Yeah, so that was our that was our, I think, our final addition. Added, yeah, added the guy for a third line. Yeah, yes, I think our defense is gonna look great next year. Nick Jensen on the third line. We could have even put Landon DuPont in if we wanted to, but I think he's just too low of an overall to do that right now. But yeah, that's gonna end it for this video. We ended up with Quinn Hughes. That's the biggest thing in this video, and we had some great additions. We might trade Nico Heischer. We'll probably actually keep him now that we were able to get him. That was just some great wheeling and dealing by me, GM of the year over here. No, I'm just kidding. Only if we win, you gotta win. You gotta win in order to be considered a good GM in my standards. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Comment on what videos you guys would like to see next. I play all sports games, so I have them all, not just NHL. Baseball, basketball, football, like Madden, like especially college football too. As well, I have all of it. So if you guys, whatever you guys want to see, let me know. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. I'll try to get more of these videos out more recently, more often. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.